It's a big one. This is a big one. This is the president of El Salvador. Tweet he sent out on Saturday. Got 11 million views on it. So he says, we're offering 5,000 free passports, the equivalent to 5 billion in our passport program, to highly skilled scientists, engineers, doctors, artists, and philosophers from abroad. This represents less than 0.1% of our population, so granting them full citizen status, including voting rights, poses no issue. Despite their small number, their contributions will have a huge impact on our society and the future of our country. Plus, we will facilitate their relocation by ensuring 0% taxes and tariffs on moving families and assets. This includes commercial value items like equipment, software, and IP intellectual property. Stay tuned for more details. Damn. I can't say that I'm not going to apply for that. I don't know what I'd fall into there. We got scientists, engineers, doctors, artists, which is interesting, and philosophers. I get the scientists, engineers, doctors, but artists and philosophers, that's very interesting. I like that there's no, there's a few takeaways from this. Number one, there's no lawyers on there. There's no accountants on there. There's no women's rights. What's the degree called? Women's rights or feminist rights? I don't know. Anyways, it's very interesting. So I might apply as a philosopher. They're doing things right, and that's kind of the main part of the show today. We're 52 minutes in now. I wanted to keep this episode short, but that's okay. We have to start thinking about things much differently. We have to flip everything on its head, and El Salvador is doing that. El Salvador went from being the most dangerous country on earth to the safest place in Central America in like 2 or 3 years. And I don't know what you want to blame that on or give credit to, but probably Bitcoin has to be in that conversation. So this guy, he went and took out basically all the MS-13 gang. He wiped them out completely in a very aggressive way, but that was a big part of it. So he wiped out crime. He wiped out the gangs. He started incentivizing people to come to El Salvador to visit, for one. So that's their main industry there is tourism. So they got a bunch of new people coming to El Salvador. They're offering incentives like this, 5,000 free passports to people who are going to add value to their society. They're setting up a Bitcoin volcano bond, which means that the volcano is going to be mining Bitcoin and you can purchase a bond with that. They also want to give their citizens, they want to get down to 0% income tax for their citizens using natural resources instead of human resources. So here in Canada, in the Western world, the governments earn income tax from human resources. You go to work, you pay your tax. That's how we fund the government. In El Salvador, they're using natural resources. They hook up their volcano to a Bitcoin mining machine. That's what pays for the government to operate, to fund itself. And so over time, the countries who continue to live in this old system are going to get left behind. The countries like El Salvador are going to be the ones who win. And El Salvador is not going to be the last country that does this. People are going to catch on. And over time, there's going to be more and more countries who are doing this exact same thing.